Hello and welcome back to another episode of Digital Road Trip. My name is Wizzy here. You can also call me Wizzy. And today we are continuing our journey towards what was it, Charleston, South Carolina? Hold on, let me see. Yes, Charleston, South Carolina. That is our current destination. In the last episode, we started from our previous destination, which was Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're still currently in North Carolina, but not by much. In fact, in this episode, we should, I would think, be... And I am going to be going this way because this is going south too, so... That's why I turned down this road, by the way. But anyways, this episode, I would assume... Well, I'm predicting that we will get into South Carolina this episode, because we're actually, I think, only like a couple towns from the border between North Carolina and South Carolina. So we should get, like I said, across the border. And another thing I'm estimating too is that this should only take about maybe 4, including this episode, maybe 4 more episodes total until we get to start Charleston, South Carolina. Distance-wise, I was thinking it was about the same as all the other ones, but just based on how far we got from the beginning of the last episode to where we started for this episode, we made quite a bit of progress. So just based on that, like I said, it kind of looked like to me like it could be, like I said, about 4 episodes remaining until we get to Charleston, or the 4th episode we will get into Charleston, South Carolina anyways, but I don't know, we'll see. But I'm pretty sure we're going to cross into South Carolina this episode. Maybe sometime around halfway for the video. So around maybe the 10-15 minute mark, we'll, maybe even sooner, who knows, we'll cross into South Carolina. But yeah, anyways. We left off, of course, last time in Lumberton, North Carolina here. And probably fairly soon we'll be getting out of Lumberton, because that usually seems to be the case, especially when I'm not, or when I forget to mention the town that we started in. Until we get down the road a little ways, I mention it and then we get out of town. But for now we're still in Lumberton. So it was what, Lakeview that we're coming up onto? Lakeview is 21 miles, Fairmont is 9 miles. Now neither of those show South Carolina on them. But I'm almost thinking Fairview might be in South Carolina. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna keep on chugging. Oh, that's just the power line right there. Never mind. I was gonna say, what's going on over here? But there are like other lights over there, which is this like a fairground or something like that? That's exactly what it is. Robeson County Fairgrounds? Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, so we're out of the city limits now, it looks like, for Lumberton. Kind of once we got past everything too, there's like nothing. Although we do have an interstate up here too, but gonna keep going, following the 41. That's towards Rockingham. No, there used to be a speedway, NASCAR speedway in Rockingham. There's the Rockingham Speedway, which has long since been gone. I I want to say it closed either in the 90s or 2000s. Or when they... Is it still there, or is it... I can't remember. I want to say it's gone now. But yeah... I don't know, maybe I'll look it up. Let me see. Let's do a little bit of Wikipedia on my phone while we're getting the mail. Well, we're going down the road here. 7 miles to Fairmont, 19 to Lakeview. Wikipedia. Not Russia. That's not what I need to look up at. Or look up, rather. Rockingham. Rockingham Speedway, there we go. So, according to this, it's still like open and active. From what it looks like, it's just NASCAR doesn't use it anymore. Maybe that's why what I got thinking of it. Yeah, opened in 1965. When it opened, it was called North Carolina Motor Speedway from 1965 to 96. 97 to 2007, it was North Carolina Speedway. And then now, apparently, it's just called Rockingham Speedway. Yeah, it's a, 1 mile, just over a mile track. But yeah, I guess it's still open. So maybe like some local racing is done there or whatever, but obviously not NASCAR anymore. I don't know when, I don't know if I probably looked at the article here some more. It would tell me when NASCAR pulled out of it. Okay, 2004, one of the 2 races, it looks like, was transferred to California Speedway. It's almost looking like maybe it was 2004 when they took it off the schedule or whatever. I don't know. I'd have to read into it a bit more than just kind of clicking down on Google Street View and looking at Wikipedia at the same time. I mean, I want to focus more on this, that way we can make sure or kind of see if there's anything interesting going on. One thing I did just notice as we crossed into Fairmont now. No, let's stay on 41. Thank you. Is this wheat fields? Maybe some other stuff, I don't know, but definitely a bunch of fields going on around here. See, that I don't think is wheat. I don't know what it is. Whereas I think that one field was wheat, but maybe not. Who knows? I'm not very well versed or whatever in farming or agriculture, so to know what the different crops are, what they look like. I mean, I know what blueberry fields look like, or cornfield, but... And this, I think, like I said, this I think is wheat. But other than that, some of the other fields I may not know what they are. gonna say, it looked like a pretty old school bus over there. I mean, it is still pretty old, but not as old as I thought it was. I can't speak. It's not as old as I thought it was at first when I first saw it. That's what I was trying to say. I think sometimes I try to speak too fast and I stumble over my words. What was that? The snack shack? Looks like it's kind of been closed for a while. And it seems like every episode I like find or comment on buildings that have been closed for quite some time. I don't know why, or like lots that look like it used to have stuff there. So we're getting more into town here. Of course, since there's more and more business here now. Welcome. McDonald's. Okay, now we're getting into like the shopping area. Quite a interesting area. You get a lot of old buildings with like some of the new buildings here. Like I'm assuming this gas station's been here for a while. So looking at the lights that they're using for the parking lot here and kind of the sign there. Kind of an interesting mix with the new and the old. Okay, what was going on here in 41 was churning. Going this way, was it? Yeah. Okay, so 41's down on this road now. Obviously. Presumably going this way. Got a middle school down that road. What is this? Is this an old post office or something? Fairmont, North Carolina. I'm assuming it used to be a post office, but now it's closed. Because it looks like one of those post offices that have those types of... or that sort of wording, or not really wording, but font, I guess. Quite a few empty spaces through here, seems like. It's not a very bustling downtown, which is too bad, but continue along the 41 here. Going directly south now. A nice little park over here. This kind of reminds me of one park in a town called Unity here in Maine. Along State Route 9 to US Route 201 here in Maine. Or no, not 201, 202. So, looks like we're getting out of town. Got some of the old commercial buildings going on through here. Old tobacco company or whatever, tobacco factory or whatever it is. Warehouse, not necessarily warehouse, I guess, but 41 goes straight, so we're gonna go straight. We're at 14 minutes right now in the video, and we're not quite into South Carolina. Going a little bit slower than I thought we would be. Going through town Fairmont kind of slowed us down a little bit. Into the housing area. And now into the farming area. Or farming section of town. Whichever, farming area section. Same thing, I guess. To a certain extent. So another town after Lakeview was Marion. I want to say Marion is in South Carolina, but maybe not. I'm almost thinking Lakeview is as well. I have a feeling we're going to be getting out of Fairmount here fairly soon. It's hard to say, too. Unless I, of course, look at the map, which I am going to on my phone, just to see where the border is, or what towns are in South Carolina. So we left off in Lumberton, or Lumbertown. No, Lumberton. We're in Fairmont right now. We got Marietta. Yeah, Lakeview is in South Carolina. Marietta's right on the other side, North Carolina side. Maybe part of Fairmont. So it shouldn't be obviously too much further until we get into South Carolina. Now, once we do get to Charlotte, was it Charlotte? Charleston, South Carolina, there we go. Once we do get to Charleston, South Carolina, of course we'll be getting a new, or have to come up with a new destination. And the destination I was thinking of was in Florida. I'm blanking right now. Go back to the map here. Jacksonville, there we go. Yeah, that's the next destination I'd be looking for after Charleston, South Carolina. But of course, we still have a ways to go till we get there. Oh, it's a little cemetery. That's what's going on there. There's like something else there. That's weird. Anyways, moving on. Old farm over here. Looks like it hasn't been farmed in quite some time. Kind of going along with the theme with old stuff, I guess. Looks like there might have been an old house over there. Are the numbers going up, or are they going down for the... right up here? 12, 4, 18, and we lost numbers. Of course we did. And I don't know why I said it like that, but whatever. Because I wanted to see if they're going up or going down to kind of judge how far we are to the border. But whatever. We'll still cross it in this episode. The active farm fields over there. Have like a water sprayer thing or whatever. I don't know what the actual name for that thing is. No, it's actually going up, not going down as well. We got it back for just a slight moment anyways. So I wonder, because of course they have palm trees in Florida, but I wonder, actually I want to go back to the sign, how far north they actually go, or when we'll start seeing some palm trees, because so far, of course, there's still really not much for palm trees. There's a bunch of pine trees. That building's seen better days. So 41, I'm assuming keeps going straight. I want to go straight, not this way. Can we go along the 41, please? Thank you. Lakeview, 5 miles. Yeah, we still have quite a few pine trees too, which is kind of interesting. Then you have these trees, which I'm not entirely sure what those are. It's another thing I'm not very well versed at is foliage or trees. I mean, I know the trees like what we have up here in Maine. We have like maple, birch, pine. Of course, Maine's a pine tree state, so I mean. And it's kind of funny too, because we have pine trees just like this, the white pine. Well, I mean, that may not be a white pine, but those sizes, or that pine trees that size here in Maine as well. But I find it interesting that you have pine trees this far south. And I know from doing GeoGuessr and everything, I've seen pine trees, like even down like Louisiana, down south this way, but I just find it odd. Can survive in different climates. But yeah, like I said, palm trees, it's going to be interesting to see where like the border is to where we will start seeing those. I mean, of course, there's not going to be like an actual, like a line where there's nothing and then all of a sudden, boom, there's a whole bunch. But it's gonna probably gradually come in. Still showing Fairmont, North Carolina. Alligator Swamp Stream? Or just Alligator Swamp, that's what that stream, whatever is called. Okay. Closing in on the border. I could probably almost look on the mini-map there just to see, but I mean, we were, that last mileage sign showed we were 5 miles to Lakeview, and Lakeview is in South Carolina. In fact, the border may be right up here. South Carolina state line, Dillon County. We have a nicer sign going into North Carolina. Instead of just the South Carolina state line, you got "Welcome to North Carolina," like you'd have on the interstate. State line sports. Yeah, so see, we are now in Lakeview. We're at 24 minutes right now. And the rate of progress for this video, I feel like is not even as close to or as much as what we had in the last episode, but you know what? That's fine. I suppose. I mean, as long as it's fine for you guys, then it's fine with me. Or maybe it's the other way around, I don't know. Maybe if it's fine with me, it's fine for you guys. Hard to say. Now what's going on up here? A bunch of light poles, whatever over there. Is it like a little... Almost looks like another fairground sort of thing, but I mean, it's not very large. I don't know, that's weird. Anyways, moving on. Don't know what it was all about, but... Welcome to Lakeview. Why, thank you. Yeah, see, this is one difference, like with the trees like this. That's one difference, you can tell that you're more down south than like up here in Maine. Get those, like, weeping willow sort of trees. Especially near the water there. Okay, let's go back. I just want to read this sign real quick. North Myrtle Beach, Mullins. Well, for now I just want to, I think, follow the 41. Which does turn here. Although I feel like eventually we'll want to try and catch the 1 again. But anyways, like I said, for now we're just gonna go this way. Got like a little boulevard here or something. Kind of interesting. I have like a little bird feeder in the middle too. Or not a bird feeder, but like birdhouse. Stop. Got State Route 9 over that way. So we're currently heading towards Mullins and Marion. Of course, the closer we get towards Charleston, we should get signs showing Charleston. I mean, we're not in North Carolina anymore, so I mean, I would think they'd show Charleston, but of course I would have thought the same thing with Fayetteville in North Carolina, but it seemed like Fayetteville, they didn't want you to get to. It's like, yep, there's nothing to see here. Continuing on. So I don't know where the lake is, unless that was part of the lake where that stream or river was that we saw. But to the north of the town there. Wasn't a very big town either. Of course, we've kind of skirted around it, I think, too. There are quite a few nice homes along this road, though. That person has a golf cart over there. Ah, is that the lake? Doesn't even show on the map, or on Google Maps there. I know one time I went on a trip to like Virginia or whatever, and they'd have like, they'd call these things like, I mean, I'd say these things, but they'd have this body of water called a lake, and it's only like, maybe like half-mile long. It's like, yeah, in Maine that'd be more of a pond, but of course, Maine, we have some pretty large lakes too. I mean, not saying that these states don't have large lakes either, but I don't know, we always thought it was kind of funny. So we're gonna keep going for now. We're at 31 minutes at the moment. I have a feeling it's gonna be, I know, every time we get to this point, I'm always saying, oh, let's see if we can find a place to stop. We got kind of like a dried up stream or something going on over here. Oh no, there is a stream right there. Never mind, it's just a little bit swampy on either side, so it's a longer bridge. That's what was going on there. Kind of looks like a tree farm right there. Like an it might be. Not very well kept tree farm or something like that, I don't know. No, we're gonna keep going. Keep on moving. And so, I do apologize if it's kind of lack of commentating for this video, I suppose. Just, it's kind of tough when you get out to areas like this, where there's really not a whole lot to look at. It's like, what do you talk about at this point? And I try not to say the same things in each video either, but of course sometimes that's tough not to do either. So we're coming into Fork, it looks like. Stop up ahead. Where does 41 go? 41 alternate. Assuming... Okay, 41 turns to the left. I find it interesting that they have like stop things, signs, whatever, above the road as well. So we're going to be going towards Mullins now, instead of Marion and Mullins. Wonder if that was the center of town. Very well could have been. Not much to see, that's for sure. Now what's going on here? Is this another little cemetery or is this something else? I have no idea. Not a clue. It's like you get these fields and then you get like a lot of tree area or forest area kind of through here. Another little swamp area. It's more of an actual swamp than it is a river, I suppose. I feel like this song is a kind of good for this area in a way. Feels like a southern song, if that makes any sense. Trying to get some good stuff. Good stuff as in fish. I don't know why I said it like that. Oh well. That's an older home. There's just absolutely nothing here. I mean, there's some homes and fields, but other than that, I mean... This is almost like the perfect example of middle of nowhere. Although we are in Mullins now, so I would think maybe fairly soon we'll be getting into town. So I'll do something real quick. Okay. The crossroad here. Speed limit, I'm assuming, is actually going down. So I would assume that we are getting more into town. Keep getting blurry spots every once in a while. I was just seeing what that place was. Thought it was a smaller building than what it was, but maybe because we kind of went by it fairly quick too. I was almost gonna say every time it looks like there's a good place to stop, it's always a cemetery. Although that cemetery didn't look like it was very well kept, but... Yeah, I think fairly soon we should be able to find a good place to stop. Before we get too far into town, I suppose. I just want there to be like a park or something like that. So this is also the 917, along with the 41. Oh, I think I saw a pine tree, or palm tree, right there. So that's where we start seeing them. Could be. It's a nice little library. Fortunately, you have like this old garage right next to it, but I mean, still. So now we're right in downtown, so I mean that's whatever, I suppose. Downtown Mullins. Got a few pine trees, or palm trees in here, actually. Old, train station. Let's keep going. Find some sort of place to stop, maybe. Maybe there's like a little park or something. Actually, I don't want it to be too small. I mean, I don't want it to be... I mean, even if it is small, I suppose it would still work, but... We could make it work. Kind of going through downtown there now, kind of working out the other end, I suppose. Although who knows, maybe there's more to come for Mullins here. Got US Route 76 right here. That would be an east-west state route, or US route rather, so we're not going to go that way. Oh, I think I saw Charleston on the sign. 116 miles, see? We are already getting signs showing Charleston in it. We've only been in South Carolina for what, 10 minutes or so now? Maybe even a little bit more than that. We're at 41 minutes in the video right now. A bit longer than I was hoping to go for, but you know what, that always seems to happen. But it is what it is, I suppose. Now we're kind of into a housing area again, so maybe there'll be a good place to stop up here. I'm hoping. I mean, that could work, I suppose. What's up here? I mean, it looks like an old... I don't know if I should go with that field or if I should go with this other spot up here. I mean, this other spot I think looked nicer in a way. I mean, decisions. If this sign wasn't right here, I could definitely include. I mean, probably still could, I suppose. Include like that tree and have it like that. You know what? Yeah, I think that's gonna be where we're gonna stop. So it worked out. But yeah, anyways, so I don't think we made it nearly as far as I was thinking we were going to, but maybe we did. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I thought South Carolina would probably have signs eventually showing Charleston, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting to see signs for it only in the second episode, with Charleston being the destination. But yeah, 116 miles, we're probably going about 6 miles or so 110 miles, maybe what, another 3 episodes, 4 episodes, I don't know. But anyways, that is just about going to do it for this episode though, so once again, or as always, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up, and of course, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!